Hello everyone, my name is Chance Wilkins. I am 34 years old and I am the victim of online domestic terrorism.
You are gay.
My story is not one for the faint of heart. My story is one of traumatic experiences. That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Welcome back to another unfortunate dip down into the rabbit hole that is the Cyraxx Deep Dive series here on the Swampy D channel. It's good to see you all back, my friends, and I am totally excited to show you these Raxenings. Of course, Cyraxx has already done a complete 180 and is now begging for help from all of his little brothers. He called out William Gloryhole, was really trying to be aggressive and scare him, saying he had all this information, and now he has entirely gone back on all of that. So let's enjoy this.
The worst hell that you could ever imagine. My story starts 8 years ago when a man named Music Biz Marty decided to target me. And at one point he had even made a pass at me when I was dating somebody at the time. And to get back at me for turning him down when he made a pass at me, he decided to do something very wrong, very violent, very cruel and evil. This man decided to hire another very much hated troll on the internet, whose real name is Kate, who goes by the name of Mass Troll Mafia. He hired her to do an illegal on me.
Honestly, at this point, I can easily make a 15 to 20 minute video of all the time Cyraxx has said this exact BS story, reciting it time after time, thinking all these people are suddenly going to have amnesia and forget what actually happened. And I know he seems to think that there are a bunch of new people watching him all the time, and if there are, they're quickly educated, but nobody's falling for it, Cyraxx. He seems to think if he keeps beating this dead horse, repeating this lie, that just because he's made himself believe it, that everybody else will, and, you know, obviously that's not the case. But let's continue.
Without cops involved, without anything. Not because he thought that I was a bad guy. He did it to isolate me from my friends and my family so that he could have free reign to do whatever he wanted to me, and nobody would bat a single eye at him doing anything. Needless to say, that shit carried on with him personally until earlier this year when he passed away from a fentanyl overdose.
First and foremost, you know, we always gotta say rest in peace to Marty. That's a sad story in itself. But, you know, Cyraxx, stop trying to be a revisionist here. It's really interesting to see how he just looks at his life like some sort of anime or WWE promo. There's usually like very little reality tied into what he's talking about. As you can see, one eye's looking one way, the other one's looking at the computer screen, and his mic's not plugged in. He's all whoopy. He's kind of swaying side to side. You know, he's sludged out. Can't really trust a word he's saying here. But I digress. Of course, it was all Marty's fault. Cyraxx didn't do anything. He didn't react, he didn't retaliate. Of course, he just sat there and took it, right? That's totally what happened.
But as soon as he died, one of his right-hand men, William Gloryhole, which is what he goes under on YouTube, decided to take up the mantle. And I've had dealings with this guy before over the last 6 years. But nothing got as bad as it was until this year. And it started in February of this year when he tricked my ex, Kira, who is now serving 5 to 10 years in state prison up in New Jersey, into dating a troll, who then recorded her secretly along with him having each other. And then that man then took those videos, gave them to William Gloryhole, who then sold them on the internet for profit.
I truly love how we've gone back from like 7-8 years to 6 years. This cycle is truly on overdrive and will never end. It's gonna be like this forever. I honestly imagine it. I can see a 97-year-old decrepit little goblin Cyraxx still somehow alive, making real little call-out videos about people who've probably been dead for decades. Like, that's really the future Cyraxx has to look forward to. That and, obviously, the coveted golden goose of a homeless ark that we all so desperately want, and I can't wait to see more chants in the comments for the homeless arc. Once again, all Cyraxx really explained here was that Kira and whoever this guy is, can't remember his name, not important enough, made a really good business deal with William Gloryhole, and he distributed some content on a website known for that type of content, and they all made some monies. Now, I don't really know if Kira's actually in prison or not. Cyraxx says a bunch of dumb shit all the time, so who knows?
And not only has William done that, he's also promoted this shit on his YouTube channel at the very beginning of this year. And not only has he done that, this man has also stolen my music, which I have many recordings of him admitting this, to stealing my music, my YouTube content, everything from me. Because this man, his ultimate goal is to see me homeless. Yes! 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 See, this man wants me to be homeless so him and his friends can. And the worst part of it all, no amount of police, FBI, or detectives or any branch of law enforcement is helping my family out.
Oh boy, here we go with the conspiracies that Cyraxx is gonna have a hit on him and he's gonna get wrecked in prison or whatever, murked on the streets when he's homeless. Honestly, the worst thing that'll happen is Cyraxx will probably get bitten by a raccoon and die of rabies, unless some other homeless man sees him, thinks he's threatening his perceived area, and might get slapped up a bit. But reality is nobody's really out there hunting you down, buddy, even though they probably should, but obviously nobody's that dumb. Or are they? Always gotta stay on your toes, little goblin boy, even though you haven't left your attic in quite some time. Wait, that's not true. Check out this picture from William Gloryhole's channel. You can see he did go outside for at least 5 minutes to help bring up some of those groceries. Well, at least bring them inside. I doubt he put them away.
Every lawyer that my family talks to says that my case is so complex that I would need multiple lawyers, which my family cannot afford. You see, I sat down with one of my dearest and closest friends who I've known since 3rd grade. He's like my little brother. I love this man to death. I would kill for this guy. He's one of my closest friends ever. Me and him sat down and we did some research, and I'm losing out on over $1,000 a month because of William Gloryhole and his little friends.
Are you sure about that?
I'm losing out on $1.1 million a year because of this man. Because of this man, I have no record label anymore. What? My music stolen. Yeah! Every video I make gets stolen. Regular job, forget about it. They won't let me get a regular job. These people are so vile and so vicious and so evil that anybody who tries to help me, intimidate them with fear.
Give me a break, Chance. Can't you have a friend that's not a little brother? Like, I've seen you call people who are clearly older than you your little brother, and it's just gotta stop, bro. This is weird, especially with the allegations on you. Just giving you a little bit of advice here, dude. I know you won't listen, cause the bedbug jug, the sludge, all them last bites, all them scabbies, it's just too much. You got too much to worry about. You can't listen to what Uncle Swampy D's saying, of course. But honestly, it is good to know that your friends, your little brothers, as you call them, are just as regarded as you, because their math skills are beyond abysmal, and I can only say that the Akron Public Schools Department needs to be investigated. Obviously, $1,000 over 12 months is literally $12,000, not $1.2 million. We covered that math on the last video, but if you didn't end up catching that one, the math is literally, over the 6 years he's claiming, $72,000. $12,000 a year times 6. Come on, Cyraxx, it's not that hard. Calculators literally exist. Of course, the classic, I can't get a normal job, you'll just get me fired excuse. Come on, man, we all know you're just lazy. You don't even try to apply. You probably don't even know how to apply.
When, if you take a look at my very first original Facebook, that's under the name Chance Wilkins, with a picture of Naruto and Hinata, if you go into those photos and you look, you will see a very different person that was leading and living a normal life compared to now. I don't get to get outside. I have no friends here in Akron anymore because all my friends turned away from me.
Good news, everyone!
All my friends abandoned me and left. Legal aid is non-existent here. My family can't afford a lawyer that we would need to put a stop to this.
It honestly brings joy in a sense that most might not understand to hear that everybody who hears about Cyraxx's woes and troubles doesn't believe his side of things after they do a little bit of research. And that brings me a lot of joy because that keeps this guy away from other people's children. Because if more people support him, if more people enable this type of behavior, it becomes more normalized. The internet's already so abrasive and disgusting, we don't need to be enabling even more of it. And that's why I truly don't understand why somebody like a Cyraxx or these other cows that'll sometimes try to step up for him, even though they quickly regret it and retract it, ever even have the wool pulled over their eyes. It's plain as day. People aren't going after somebody just for one thing. If it was just because he looked funny and talked funny, people would have got bored of this years ago. And that's the genuine truth, and I think all of us know that. There's a deeper investment into this because of what he's been caught doing, time after time after time. Never apologizing, never taking accountability, always blaming anyone and everyone else, causing absolutely nothing but pain for himself, his family, his quote, loved ones and friends and little brothers. It's all because of his own doing, nobody else.
My mental and physical health is terrible. For the last 6 years, I have been physically sick on and off due to stress. I've ended up in the hospital 3 different times due to the shit that I've been through. I have had on my life. I have been physically beaten to the point where I almost died. My family's had bricks thrown through the windshield of my mom's car just a few years ago. These people terrorize my family, follow my family around in real life. You know, everybody says to just ignore it and it'll go away. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that's not the real truth. The real truth is they won't go away without help. And believe me, I want and need the help. My family wants and needs the help. Every day I spend countless hours trying to find a way to make all this stop, to make all of this end, so I can live a normal life again like I used to. These people say I have no talent, but I actually do. Because of these people, I don't get the chance to make a living, to make an honest living doing what I truly enjoy with my life, which is my music, my artwork, my video stuff, my gameplay footage, the stuff I enjoy. I don't get to have my own clothing brand because of these people. I don't get to own my own record label because of these people. I don't get to release my music for those that want to hear my music. I don't get to live a normal life. While all my friends that are on Facebook, which don't get me wrong, I love and appreciate every single one of you. But while my friends that are out here living their normal lives.
Okay, so let's break down some of this. That hospital thing he's talking about, one time was because his wee-wee got infected because he couldn't stop smacking it 10 plus times a day and literally didn't shower, wore the same clothes, and still does that exact thing. We see him in the same shirts for days and days and days. Just because you don't go outside, Cyraxx, doesn't mean it's not dirty. Like, come on, bro, that's gross. The claims of being beaten almost to a pulp was definitely a little dramatic. We all saw the fight with Marty and unfortunately Low T and Aware of Myself, who clearly wasn't very aware of themselves. And in all of those, he never really took any damage outside of Marty maybe giving him a good crack or two. And obviously he's such a soft, squishy little individual that 1 or 2 punches is all it took to break his little nose. Allegedly anyway, he probably just got a bloody nose knowing the actual truth of the matter. Because if it was broken, I could imagine him squealing and not sitting there for 3-4 hours after cutting promos on livestream. Cyraxx crying, saying that we say he has no talent and he's not very good at what he does is unfortunately a hard pill to swallow, buddy. The truth hurts, and that's why it stings, and that's why you feel like you need to lash out and defend yourself. But unfortunately, you've literally done nothing. You've done nothing. You've stolen people's art, you've stolen people's music, you've made a reputation of being a creep. All people know you for is being a raging little human being. Nobody cares about your covers, nobody cares about your art, nobody cares about anything that you do. All they want to see is you yell, hoot, and holler. And more than that, they want to see you get justice. That's why so many people have stuck around for so long, because they really want to see this end the way that it should. With you in a loony bin. Or homeless, we'll take either one.
going out, going to concerts, having drinks with their friends, celebrating life. I am stuck here every day, fighting for my life, trying to figure out a way that I can stop all this shit. See, people on the internet only see one side of me, which is the angry rage side. And as a person, that's not who I am.
So that was a fucking lie.
That's not who I ever wanted to be. I am not an angry person.
Are you sure about that?
I don't like being angry. I don't like being upset. I like helping people, inspiring people to be the best that they can be every day of the week. I enjoy making people smile and laugh and having a good time and enjoying life with my friends and those around me.
It's almost like all these other people can live a normal life, Cyraxx, because they aren't doing the BS you're doing right now online. Now imagine if any of us were doing the same thing, we'd likely not have any friends or people who would want to spend time with us. But since most of us are fairly normal and understand how to find healthy outlets to express ourselves and to get all that anger and emotion out, we can keep people in our lives who want to support us and see us do well. But you, Cyraxx, you literally talk bad about every single buddy in your family, every single friend, every single little brother, little sister, whatever, at the slightest drop of a dime, the moment they inconvenience you just a little bit. You're like that brat of a child that gets told no and immediately starts destroying everything around him. It's sad that you have still not understood this and will likely never understand this and will forever be the same exact stagnant human being.
Every day I live my life in fear, not knowing what's going to happen next. Every day I get talked about. I get harassed. My family gets harassed. My family gets threatened. My life slowly gets ripped away day by fucking day, every day of the week. And don't get me wrong, for those of you that have stood by my side like you, Caitlin, and my friends like Matt, CIA, Ethan, AK 045, my brother Jacob, Jared, all y'all that are in my friends group on Facebook, I appreciate and I thank every single one of you guys for standing by me no matter what. I appreciate the living shit out of every single one of you. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for standing by me. Even when things seem grim, y'all stuck by me. And I appreciate that more than anything in the world. I really do. But right now, I need as much help as I can truly get. I need help shutting these people down because I don't know their names. I don't know their addresses. I don't know anything about these people. But what I do know is one thing. I want my life back.
You gotta love how literally a week ago, Cyraxx was calling out Ethan, calling him a horrible person, saying all these nasty things about him, because he was warning him about a buddy troll girlfriend or something. And now once again, he's one of the greatest people on earth. One of his closest friends, his little brother. Name dropping all these other people. Definitely gonna be a fun time for Matt and all those people. I'm sure they're getting tons of positive messages for being your friend and supporting you. You know it's sad when your own family has to disown you, block you on socials, and even potentially have like legal situations put in place so they don't have to see you anymore. I mean, Cyraxx truly does cry a lot about people covering him and bothering him and contacting him and all this stuff, even though in this very video and in every other video he is inviting people to contact him. He's inviting people to bother him. He's literally doing something that he knows is going to elicit the exact same reaction. And that's why I constantly say like this is the best prime example of insanity, because he's literally just doing the same shit all the time and genuinely thinks something new is gonna happen.
So if anybody out there can truthfully and 110% without a doubt help me put a stop to this shit, please reach out to me. And trust me, I will be screening you to make sure you're not a troll. I will be making sure of that. If you are someone new that I do not talk to on a regular basis or on a daily basis, if you are not somebody that I know personally or have not talked to before on a daily basis, I will be checking to make sure if you're a troll or not. Because I do not want any trolls in my inbox. I want people that will genuinely be willing to step up and help me put an end to this shit once and for all.
And just like I said, begging people to contact him, strangers of all sorts to come into his DMs and bother him, and yet he's gonna make a video, I'm sure, probably already has, complaining about those exact people, even though he asked them to contact him. But that's gonna be it for this one, my friends. Be sure to slap that like button, subscribe if you're new, drop your comments about the recent reactionings, I love to see them, and I'll see you soon with another one.
Hi, how are you?
What's the meaning of this?
I took your advice. From now on, I'm normal.
Normal, huh?
Yep,
Oh, really?
yep.
Whatever. I know you're just waiting to say something stupid.
No, I didn't forget. The bedbug jug, I'm waiting for it. Bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug. I'ma need that shit. Run me that shit.